Alright people, live here for another video. We are talking about Judgment Day and how they should break up as soon as possible. And now we understand over the essence of majority of these storylines. At least majority of what's going on Raw, Judgment Day revolve around majority of the card. Just like Damage Control. At least majority factions are getting somewhat screen time. Like I saw Imperium matching up against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. That's at least giving them somewhat of essence in advertising that Gunther is still the Intercontinental Champion, is still a threat. And then we got Judgment Day getting in 3 types of storylines involving Damian Priest's relation over with Bad Bunny, because they're both Dominican, both Latino guys, in feud. And then we got Dominik still running things up in a rip-off China Eddie Guerrero dominatrix relationship type shit. That I feel like if you just break them apart, they can still be somewhat successful, except Finn Balor and Damian Priest will be pretty much carried, because Solo in their upper mid-card echelon, they've been irrelevant. Finn Balor, since hasn't been really a hot main attracted star since like what, 2018, 2019, I would say around 2016, 2017, when he was at least chasing for the Universal title, and then he was just winning the Intercontinental Championship and just being like a mid-carder that, oh, he had the Demon back on NXT, and he had it again at WrestleMania. But other than that, without the momentum rubbing off of Dominik, that I feel like needs to roll out and be a star, because all Dominik needs to do if he needs to preserve himself is stop with that 18-year-old voice, because he still has a teenage voice. Doesn't have much of a look. He can wrestle, and I guess that's the only echelon of skill that Vince can teach him. Like, at least for Judgment Day, a majority of what goes on, the upside WWE has over what AEW does is at least the storyline echelon of things. But sometimes I can't always carry a feud, and it's still needing to get some type of attention on the wrestler. Majority trying to get the face over, try to keep over a narrative to get TV viewers. And I don't know how they can stretch over for sure, because there's not really a gimmick over with the Judgment Day theme, since Edge just trying to make that like a rip-off Brood to try to get Priest and Finn Balor over, and then they acted upon Rhea and Dominik, even though they're the main attraction. They really don't need Judgment Day. It could just be all dominatrix things, with Dominik being Rhea Ripley being a bad influence and being a pawn for Rhea Ripley, and changing Dominik's whole persona. What part of that needed Finn Balor and Damian Priest to play a factor? Other than Finn Balor just been part of a faction before. Oh, shout out to Bullet Club, and of course Damian Priest is Hispanic, so I guess you get that veteranship being that he has more in-ring experience. But Dominik, he needs to change his whole wrestling style up. He's taller than any other luchador. He can keep the look, change his physique, try to get himself into more feuds, storylines, and evolve more of his character out. If he wants, he can interact with more people in the women's division, trying to edge out and get more scenes over with Rhea. Actually make something out of this. They don't even have to be in a relationship. The Judgment Day doesn't have to be a multi-year thing. And I feel like that's what's holding Dominik Mysterio back. Comment down in the comment section below. Or try to share with a friend. Try to extend the conversation. How you guys feeling? That's it for me. Thanks for watching the DXT show. I'll see you next time.